After the vows, Princess Leonor's unexpected tears break protocol. But then, silence broke. A tear slipped down Princess Leonor's face. And in that moment, protocol shattered. This was not the polished ceremony rehearsed for weeks. This was raw, real, and deeply human. And it left Spain, and the world, in awe. Why did those tears fall? What truth hid behind them? And how did one unplanned moment redefine a royal wedding? To understand, we must step back. From her earliest years, Leonor de Bourbon lived behind walls of expectation. Every gesture measured, every word rehearsed. She was trained to embody composure, never to falter under the eyes of millions. The future Queen of Spain could not afford mistakes. And yet, on the most important day of her life, she allowed herself to feel. After exchanging vows, the cathedral erupted in applause. The organ swelled, voices rose. But as Leonor turned to face her people, her eyes glistened. First one tear, then another. A ripple of shock moved through the guests. Royals do not cry, queens do not falter, but Leonor did. And instead of scandal, it sparked something greater. The moment spread like wildfire. Cameras caught the tears in close detail, broadcasting them to millions. Headlines erupted, "Future Queen breaks protocol." But behind the frenzy, something deeper was happening. Why did she cry? Some say it was the weight of duty colliding with love, the sudden realization that her life, both as woman and queen, had irrevocably changed. Others believe it was her family, her father King Felipe, her mother Queen Letizia, whose quiet, emotional glances toward her ignited those tears. Still others point to the crowds outside, their cheers flooding through the cathedral walls, reminding her that her life was no longer hers alone. This question opens another: was it weakness or strength? Because for generations, monarchy thrived on distance. Rulers were symbols, not humans. Yet Leonor's tears shattered that wall. For once, the crown was not marble, it was flesh, blood, and heart. But how did the family react? King Felipe, stoic, lowered his gaze, a small smile betraying pride. He knew the power of the moment. Queen Letizia, who had herself broken barriers by entering the royal family as a journalist, did not hide her emotion, her eyes mirrored her daughter's tears. For her, this was not weakness. It was authenticity. Yet, not all in the palace agreed. Courtiers whispered, concerned that the future queen's display of emotion had compromised the dignity of the crown. Advisors debated behind closed doors: should the monarchy allow vulnerability, or insist on untouchable perfection? But the people answered before the palace could. Across Spain, the images of Leonor's tears spread like wildfire. Far from shame, they ignited love. Citizens who had once questioned the monarchy felt connection. Here was a queen they could believe in, a woman who felt, who loved, who carried the same burdens of the heart as her people. The frenzy was unstoppable. Social media exploded. Clips of her tears reached millions within hours, celebrated not as weakness, but as the most powerful moment of the ceremony. This leads to a deeper truth: Leonor's reign will not be like those before her. Her tears were more than emotion, they were declaration. A signal that she would not hide behind cold protocol. That she would rule not only with duty, but with humanity. But what happens when a queen chooses vulnerability? Does it strengthen the crown, or endanger it? This is the question Spain now faces. As the reception began, whispers continued. Some foreign dignitaries marveled at her courage. Others, from older monarchies, frowned at the breach of tradition. Yet Christian, her new husband, never wavered. He reached for her hand, whispered words of reassurance, and together they faced the storm of cameras. Their unity was unshakable, and their love palpable. In that small gesture, the story shifted. The tears were no longer scandal, they became symbol. Not of fragility, but of love's triumph over ritual. The night ended with fireworks exploding over Madrid, the sky lit with color, but still, everyone remembered the tears. And so we ask, what do those tears mean for the future? Perhaps they mark the beginning of a monarchy no longer bound by stone walls, but living in step with its people. Perhaps they signal a queen who will rule not only with wisdom, but with heart. Or perhaps they remind us that even behind crowns and titles, there is still a young woman who dared to be human, even when the world demanded perfection. After the vows, Princess Leonor's unexpected tears broke protocol. And in doing so, she gave the world something far greater than a perfect ceremony. She gave it truth.